Warrior, it is back to school time. It is almost here. Let's start talking about it. Of course, I'm here in New York City. We don't start school here, the public school system I'm talking about. We don't start until after Labor Day, about 2 days after Labor Day. But I know around the country, different places such as Florida, they're gearing up right now to start the next 2 weeks. So let's talk about something that I can't talk enough about. That is safety. Safety with kids, safety with teens. And it's going to be called a company called Bark. Bark, like the dog, Bark. I get nothing from them. They don't pay me. I'm not a spokesperson. I am an endorser. I am a warrior for Bark because I believe in the product. The website is bark.us. Bark.us. If you go on our Warriors website, you will get a special discount code. Go to lynswarriors.org, scroll down. It's right on the front page, I put it, and you can see what you receive using the Lynn's Warriors code. I want to talk about Bark because it is more important than ever that we never let up on these subject matters of safety on the devices, right? Now, the good news this year, 2025-2026 school year, is many states are adopting or are in the process of adopting the bell-to-bell program. Now, you ask, what is that? That is, phones are locked away from the time you get into school in the morning until the time you get out of school. Now, there are different programs for different states. The states are doing the work on this. Again, there's no federal law, legislation about this. The states right now are doing a better job, I dare say, than our federal government with all of this. So let's see. For instance, in New York, the process is going to be they may be purchasing right now, as I'm speaking, those Yonder pouches, which you lock the phone in when you arrive at school, put it in a cubby, a lockbox. Different places have different ways of doing things. Now, you might ask, because I asked this question, a lot of the schools require kids to do their assignments online. When I go into schools and speak, recently I was in Jersey City, all of the kids basically had a laptop. And when I asked how many of you in the room have a phone, every hand went up except for one. And I was talking to 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. So I think it's fair to say kids have devices. So what do we do if the schools are urging them, you have to do your assignment now instead of carrying textbooks? You have to do it on your laptop, your Chromebook, phone, whatever device you have. They are retooling that. So we have to get back to basics, and that would be back to textbooks, back to not using the computer or phone, unless the school designates you can do this assignment, again, feeling it out. But the good news with all of this is the discussion, the bell-to-bell program. We have it right here. Governor Kathy Hochul did sign that into legislation to begin for this school year, 2025-2026. And it's a wonderful thing. Let's go where we have hope and good news and talk about it. But let me tell you about the Bark program. We at the Warriors pride ourselves on giving you as many free resources as possible. We don't want you to spend money to be more, burdened financially. There is so much free information out there, and that is why we want to share it with you, because a lot of people don't have time. They're busy working, doing a million things with their families, and they don't have time to look for this information. But I assure you, that is our job at the Warriors, to provide you with information. So let's go back to Bark for a minute. Bark does cost a little bit of money. There is a program for younger kids and a program for older kids. Let's review. For a couple of dollars a month, it is worth safety, the children's safety, and your peace of mind. So let's talk about Bark. First of all, Bark is nothing about stealing anybody's privacy, because I hear that argument all the time, or I get asked that question. It is about running in the background of your lives. So it's not interfering with your lives. It scans for dangerous activities on children's devices. Now, we have currently at Bark, their last report, 7 million families are using Bark, and it's keeping the kids safe online. You have parental controls, so you can feel more at ease when your child is not with you, out the school day, out doing sports, out with friends, that you've got a hand in keeping them safe. But what Bark does, it monitors. I don't really like the word monitor, but you know what? With all the predation going on and all of the creeps and monsters out there, and actually, using those words, I take them back as a disservice to creeps and monsters, these horrible criminals, right? We need to use the word monitor, I think, because they have the upper hand right now, and we, as Warriors, are not going to allow that. But what it does, Bark, the program monitors texts, social media apps for potential dangers, even photos and videos that your children save. And if they find something they deem concerning, for instance, nude images, sexual dialogue, you will get an alert. You will know what's going on. We also, it is very important because there are a lot of cases about this. There's a lot of that cyberbullying, right? Look at what the adults do. So the kids are mirroring this or just doing it on their own because they're seeing it online. And that's what, unfortunately, but we're going to change this, gets the clicks and the likes and the traffic, right? But it will alert you if there is bullying and suicide ideation. Very important in 2025 because it will help you immediately get your child the support they need and help you understand a lot of this. And I'm not telling you this to scare you, but this is so prevalent. We have so many kids that they have a separate life online, secret. Their parents report this to us. Their guardians report this to us, that they have a second phone perhaps parents don't even know about. They have an alter ego online. So we really have to get in there because remember what I told you. Right now, the predators are winning and they're counting on all of us to be overwhelmed and that we can't keep up with it. And they can move in on vulnerable kids. And they make location sharing bark very, very easy. They have check-in points. There's no blocking of regular content. I want to be very specific about this, that there are 45 different categories on Bark you can choose from and apps that block, like no streaming sites except for Disney. I'm just saying that. That could be an example. You set it up. And we suggest that you do it with your child. You sit down and have the conversation. Here is this company, Bark. You show them the pretty little picture of the blue dog, and you say, we're going to work on this as a family digital partnership. And even it will alert you, something I can barely keep up with. Thank goodness for our great friends at protectyoungeyes.com. There is teen slang, and it's getting younger and younger. We say teen, but kids 10 and 11 are using it. And this teen slang is, not a word. It can be an object. It can be a peach, which is actually one of the emojis right now they use. Different emojis mean different words. So the predators, and the kids are savvy too, they try to get around all of this predation or anything sexual by using different emojis to represent different words. We know the drug dealers are using this constantly. So we've got to keep up with, what does apple mean? What does, chair leg mean? What does towel mean? Whatever. It's not what you think. We had a story of a mom who said, oh, my daughter, it's so cute the way she and her friends exchanged these emojis. Little did she know, and found out, and she was horrified, her daughter only spoke in emojis, and it was all secret code for very sexual types of things. So we need to be aware that that's going on. And there are so many real life stories. Go to bark.us and look at this, because parents are saying it saved their family. They have a respect parents, because we hear this a lot. Oh, their phones, we don't want to invade their privacy. I dare say you bought the device, you pay for the internet, the routers, so you have every right. We need these family digital partnerships. It is, parents though are feeling good about Bark because it's not evading their child's privacy. But you must begin any of this back to school. Make it a family pact that starting the new year fresh, where you got the new backpack and you got the new, perhaps a lot of kids get new devices for the school year, Chromebooks, laptops, iPads, phones, that you sit down and talk about all of this, because it starts with open and honest communication with the kids. There's nothing to be embarrassed about, because today the kids are learning and seeing everything online anyway. But this is modern childhood, and we have to be in battle. You are a warrior. Take charge. And it's very easy to get started with all of this. And let me just go here so I can give you the correct information. Okay. The service starts at, they even have phones. They have their own devices, which you can set it up for no internet, just phone and texting with mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, siblings. There's so many different things here. Even Time Magazine said Bark, because it's been around now for a couple of years, best invention of 2020. $23 for what that's worth. But the service for the Bark phone is $29 a month. But that is with their device. So I want to be very clear with this. There's a Bark watch, right? There's so many great things here. But as far as the Bark app, $14 a month. Now for peace of mind, right? We can't control our kids. They go to school, they have activities, they have friends. It is worth $14. I mean, after all, that's about 2 drinks at Starbucks these days. I think 2 drinks even cost more. I see, well, I don't go to Starbucks, but I see, last time I was there, just going with somebody, 1 drink was $8, 1 drink was $9, $17. So I'd rather have Bark for my child. But also there's a Bark program, $6 a month, where that is for TVs and gaming consoles, and it lets you manage those devices. So there's all types of things, all types of packages. Again, I urge you to go to lynswarriors.org, right on the front page. Use our code, get a discount, start reading about this. You can always reach out to me, Lynn at lynswarriors.org, and ask a question. Bark is also fantastic, the people who work there. They are parents. They want you to have safety and, again, ease of mind. And they want to put you at ease about monitoring. Nobody, again, is looking for privacy. We want to keep our kids safe. So it also discusses everything from routers and compatibility. I urge all of you, as we face back to school, and we're buying those new sneakers and backpacks and underwear and everything that goes along with the school year, that you also include in your package looking at Bark, bark.us. I'll have the link in the body of this video. We want to go into the new school year keeping kids safe. We want to go into the new school year talking about these issues. If your school does not have the phone-free school program, we have the program on our Warriors website, or again, you can reach out to me because you can bring it to your school. It's not like, it's very grassroots, the phone-free school. Right now, it's in over half the states across the U.S., but you can take another parent or two and go into your school and talk about it. You can go yourself and talk about it, but go to lynswarriors.org and look up under, where do I have it? I have it under Take Actions, I believe. It's a suggested dialogue, like the correct questions to ask when you go to your school. We've done the work for you, right? And just inquire, put it out there, right? But don't hesitate. Do not hesitate. It is school by school or district by district. Everything is, again, very community-based, very grassroots. Go find out. Ask questions. Remember, you're the parent. You have every right to ask, what is the curriculum? Do you have the phone-free program in your schools or school? Start asking questions. Ask the kids questions. Ask the teachers questions. Don't be shy, because after all, these are our precious children, our precious warriors. Please honor our hashtag Community Creates Change. When you wake up each and every day, especially going into the new school year, make up your mind. You are going to go out and be a warrior.